What is dhyan or meditation? Can everyone meditate? What is the best way to meditate? This is a very commonly used word, different kind of techniques, different kind of phenomena. People call it as meditation. But today we want to discuss, based on the authentic yogic texts like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, what is meditation? Before we discuss, I would like to request the students to please contribute. I would request Tarana to please unmute and share her views, what she understands by meditation.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Sir, dhyana or meditation, this word is like for us, for yoga student, it is very used to us. तो इसके बहुत सारे definitions है. Now I can't pick कि मैं कौन सा बोलूं. But taking the
what you feel from within, that I feel this is meditation, that you have to answer.
तो सर like मेरे खुद के experience से I'll say meditation is something that in that state you know yourself much better. It takes you very inward.
Inward.
Side, हाँ, inward. साइड में कुछ टाइम के लिए मतलब कुछ बाकी हमारे जितने भी डिजायर्स हो, वरीज हो, वो सारे पूरा जीरो हो जाते हैं एक टाइम पे. वो बहुत कम टाइम के लिए होता है. दैट आई कैन डिफाइन एज अ ध्यान.
Okay, so Tarana says that you turn inward, and in that state, your worries, tensions, go away, and it happens for a small period of time. Let us hear from Vibha.
Morning, everybody.
Yes.
Dhyan or meditation, as per textbook definition, is very difficult to attain. We can experience in our own ways. When after a very hard day, when you go out in wind and you stand, there is just the time skips and you don't know when the time, when how much time passed. Maybe that is meditation. Even when we are into some water body or looking at sky or looking into sea, all these things skips the time. We will not know when the time finished or how much time has finished. So this might be meditation, what I feel personally. And of course, we don't know what is happening around us, what is happening to others, or what is happening within us, the thoughts, it is just blank. We just merge ourselves into the sky or into the scenery in front of us. So I think that is meditation.
Yeah, interesting point, Vibha. But all those phenomena also happen in deep sleep, no? You don't realize time, you don't feel anything, So what is the difference between sleep and meditation according to you?
But awareness won't be there in sleep. But in meditation, we know what is happening, or we will be aware of what we are concentrating on.
Okay, okay. So we have got some idea. Now let us hear from other experts who are there.
Sir, I just want to add one point.
Yes.
Sir, meditation is not only closing our eyes and just sitting. We can meditate on food also. Like, agar we are meditating on that particular object, the rest of the thing surrounding our environment won't be disturbing us. It can be called as meditation. Like the second definition of meditation.
Okay, okay. So when you are not disturbed by anything and with one pointed concentration, you are able to do something, that is also meditation, according to Tarana. Okay, Brinda has raised her hand. I think Brinda has joined online. She is our MSc student. Okay, Brinda, please share your views. Brinda, please unmute. I'm not able to hear Brinda. Fine. Anybody else, any other experts who are there who would like to share? What according to you is meditation? What you think is meditation? Let us see in the chat box. Lalita ji has written, oh, people are unable to unmute. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now just check Brinda.
Yes, sir. Able to.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
Sir, I feel that it is the advanced stage, and to do meditation, we have to prepare our body first to be able to concentrate that deeply. When your body is settled down, only then you can. So, to do that, we have to prepare our body. Anybody can do only if they're willing to first work on their physical prana anamaya kosha first. Yes, sir. This is my
No. What is meditation? You did not answer. You said that it is a
meditation.
deep concentration, state of deep
Yes,
concentration.
sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir. Continuous focus stage where there is no perception of anything, where completely senses are shut down.
Then what perceives?
Yeah, that okay. That I'm not aware, sir.
Okay. Gandhi sir, you have unmuted yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Meditation or Dhyana,
Hmm.
it is among the Ashtanga yogas is one of the stage that is meditation. It is when you are in, there are many methods of meditations are there, as many as saints are there, so many types of meditations are there. And different, so only some say it is a concentration on particular thing or object or mantra or image or so like Jesus Christ cross or something like that, moon or even on leaf. So that is a different concentration is a different. Whereas in meditation, so definitely we have to quiet our first our body. That is a stillness. That is the reason we learn the asanas or Padmasana or Sukhasana, whatever the asana. First thing we have to learn the body to be stilled. So once if the body is stilled without any movements, that is the first step towards the meditation. And then we have to think of the next is the mind. So when our mind settles down in quietness or becomes still, our body also will be relaxed. So mind and body are interconnected and deeply. So it is just like a deep sleep, but yet your mind is more alert than wakefulness. So that is the state, but you should not go for a sleep. It is not a sleep. So you are in wakefulness. This
So what am I
wakefulness.
doing? See, I have made my body still. My
Yeah.
mind is there in the present. What then after that, what do I do?
So you have to still your thoughts. So what is the Patanjali says? Chitta Nirodha. So that is what you have to stop your thoughts. That there are about 60,000 thoughts will come in a minute. So the thoughts has to be reduced. So whatever the thoughts it comes to your mind, it has to be acknowledged. And you go on your either your think of your mantra or your image or your God or the words of a God or his greatness of him, or even on the breath also, what Buddha has taught us vipassana, that is anapanasati. So during that time, your mind is more alert than so like wakefulness. You are become more awareness expands and losing awareness of your body and your surrounding. So you will not see anything, you will not listen anything, and you will forget completely. You will be absorbed in a deep infinity that is the bliss you will get. So when you get that ananda, so that is the meditation. So that's what I feel, sir.
Thank you, Gandhi sir. Sharing your
Sir,
experience.
sir,
Yes, Rangarajji, please share.
yes, that in simple words, it is
Ah,
the integration of mind and body so that you know the soul within you. That's all, sir, as far as I know.
Integration of mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
Okay. Rangarajji has come up with a definition where you are uniting all the energies within oneself.
Yeah,
That is
exactly, sir.
okay. Wonderful. Let us hear from Sanjeev ji now.
नमस्कार।
Namaste, sir.
ध्यान को जिस अर्थ में हम लोग देख रहे हैं, मेडिटेशन को जिस अर्थ में देख रहे हैं, सामान्य धारणा है कि हम कंसंट्रेट करें किसी बिंदु पे, जैसे जप है, पूजा है, ये सारी चीजें तो हैं, लेकिन इसमें मुझे लगता है सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है कि शुरुआत हम करें खूब सारा फिजिकल एक्सरसाइजेस से, जहां आपका शरीर जो है थक जाता है, फिर वो सरेंडर कर देता है, विचार कम हो जाते हैं, माइंड भी असल में शरीर के साथ काम कर रहा होता है, क्योंकि हम साइकोसोमेटिक हैं, इसका असर पड़ता है हम पे। फिर आप दूसरा मतलब और परिष्कृत होते हैं तो ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि माइंड को यूज करें, कंसंट्रेट करें किसी बिंदु पे, फिर माइंड थक जाता है, वो सरेंडर कर देता है। फिर एक जगह ऐसी आती है जिसे शायद एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकते हम, शायद कहा नहीं जा सकता, पर वो स्थिति होती है शून्य की, परम शून्य की। पर उस स्थिति में भी हमारी चेतना शब्द इस्तेमाल करते हैं, कॉन्शियसनेस इस्तेमाल करते हैं, पर वो आपकी हमारी बुद्धि नहीं होती, हमारी सोच, हमारी समझ नहीं होती, वो वहां पे गायब हो जाती है, बिल्कुल मतलब शून्य हो जाते हैं हम। पर वो बहुत क्या बोलते हैं, ब्लिसफुल फील करते हैं। आप जब उससे निकलते हैं असल में, तब आप ज्यादा ये डिफरेंशिएट कर पाते हैं, समझ पाते हैं कि क्या होता है। और ये सबके साथ होता है, हम उसे प्रैक्टिकली प्रायोगिक तौर पे लगातार नहीं कर पाते हैं, मतलब हमें आदत नहीं है उसको डेली रूटीन की तरह कर पाने की। लेकिन हम सबके साथ ऐसा होता है कि 1 मिनट के लिए, 1 मिनट से ज्यादा हो गया, किसी समय बोलते ही, सोचते ही किसी खास चीज के लिए आप अचानक बिल्कुल नल एंड वाइड बोलते हैं, बिल्कुल आप खत्म हो जाते हैं, आप कुछ नहीं होते, और आप अपने अंदर एक खुशी महसूस करते हैं, बहुत ऊंचा सा कुछ सुख महसूस करते हैं, ऐसा वाला। पर ये डिफाइन करने जैसा हो गया शायद कि वो ऐसा होता है। करने के लिए हम जो कुछ भी लाइफ में करते हैं, उसे अगर माइंडफुली करते हैं, उसी में प्रेजेंट होकर करते हैं, जिस चीज को कर रहे हैं बस वही कर रहे हैं। अगर मैं अभी आपसे बात कर रहा हूं तो मेरा माइंड पीछे कुछ सोच भी रहा है, लेकिन असल में शायद ये सोचना भी नहीं, फ्लो हो, वही वाला हो जो हो रहा है। अगर मैं अभी आपसे बात कर रहा हूं तो इस विषय में माइंड काम कर ही रहा है, पर इसके अतिरिक्त और चीजों के बारे में भी माइंड काम कर रहा है। जब मैं आपको सुन रहा था, बैटरी डाउन हो रही है, मैं चार्ज में लगा रहा हूं, तो सुनने में ऐसा लगेगा कि आप बहुत माइंडफुल हैं, आप तो हर तरफ देख रहे हैं, पर असल में जिस समय जिस काम को आप कर रहे हैं उस काम को ही सिर्फ देखें, ये वाला। बट इसके भी अभ्यास के बाद जब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं तो ऐसा महसूस होने लगता है कि जिस काम को हम कर रहे होते हैं उसमें पूरी तरह प्रेजेंट होते हैं, बहुत बहुत पूरी तरह, ऐसा उसमें जरा सा भी मिस नहीं करते। फिर भी आप इतने अवेयर होते हैं कि आजू बाजू की हर चीज आपके लिए साक्षात होती रहती है, आप उन सब में भी बहुत ज्यादा अवेयरनेस आपके अंदर होती है। असल में आप इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं उसमें, होते किसी एक पॉइंट पे हैं, पर उस पॉइंट पर भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट तो शब्द थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं होना चाहिए, और उस पॉइंट पे तब होता है। ये हुआ दूसरा स्टेज। तीसरा स्टेज जैसे कि पतंजलि कहते हैं, यम नियम, आसन, प्राणायाम, धारणा, ध्यान और समाधि। तो धारणा शब्द जो है वो हम लोग अब तक जिस चीज को ध्यान और मेडिटेशन कहते रहते हैं, वो दरअसल धारणा है। धारणा यानी कि किसी मंत्र को ले लें, किसी अपने देती को ले लें, आप किसी बिंदु को ले लें और उस पर एकाग्रचित होते रहें, ये धारणा है। और ध्यान उससे बाद की बात है, जब आप किसी चीज में नहीं होते, सरेंडर कर दिया होता है खुद को, और कंससली असल में वो नहीं हो रहा होता है। वो आप सबकॉन्शियस को कुछ इस तरह के ट्रेनिंग दे चुके होते हैं कि वो छोड़ देता है, खुद को विलुप्त हो जाने देता है यूनिवर्सल कॉन्शियसनेस में, ऐसा वाला कह सकते हैं। ऐसा भी कह सकते हैं कि जैसे जैन धर्म में कहते हैं केवल ज्ञान, कि आप माइंड और वस्तु दोनों के बीच में संबंध होता है। कोई चीज है तो मैं भी हूं, मैं गायब हो जाएगा तो सामने की चीज भी गायब हो जाएगी, कुछ नहीं होगा। लेकिन जो कुछ नहीं होगा उसमें भी कहते हैं कि चेतना रह जाएगी, ज्ञान रह जाएगा, अवेयरनेस रह जाएगा। इसे मेडिटेशन कहते हैं। अब सवाल ये उठता है कि ये क्या सब लोग करते हैं, तो हुआ ही सब लोग करते हैं। सवाल ये उठता है कि इससे मिलेगा क्या। तो यही एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया जा सकता है, नहीं कर सकते। आप केवल अनुभव कर सकते हैं, खुद करके कर सकते हैं, और सब करते हैं। थोड़ा सा ध्यान देंगे तो पता चलेगा कि आप जैसे 1 मिनट के लिए मान लीजिए कि मैं भगवान को प्रणाम करने के लिए जा रहा हूँ, तो एक बार आप सांस लेते हो और जैसे ही ध्यान क्या करते हो, 1 मिनट के लिए, एक पल के लिए आप शून्य हो जाते हैं। और जब तक आपकी सांस नहीं चलती है, अगर आप ध्यान से देखने की कोशिश करेंगे तो उस समय आपको लगेगा कि बस एक पल के लिए आप बिल्कुल विचार शून्य हुए थे। जब आपने कहा भगवान को मैं प्रणाम करने जा रहा हूँ, भगवान का आशीर्वाद लेने जा रहा हूँ, शून्य होते हैं। फिर तुरंत आपका माइंड काम करना शुरू कर देता है, वापस सांस लेने लगते हैं। अच्छा क्या मांगना था, क्या आशीर्वाद लेना था, क्या दुआ करनी थी, तो वो शून्य वाली जगह जो है उस पे असल में काम करते हैं। तो त्राटक कहते हैं, लोग कहते हैं कि आपके तीसरे नेत्र पर आप थोड़ा काम करें, उस पर ध्यान रखें। तो करते 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 आप गायब हो जाते हैं। सबसे आसान तरीका, मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, अभी हम लोग अगर योगा कर रहे थे आपके साथ, तो मैं आंखें बंद करके करता हूँ, लगातार करता हूँ, जहां भी किया जा सकता है आंख बंद करके, वो भी मेडिटेशन होता है। उसको फुल्ली कर आप अंदर से महसूस करेंगे, आप जो कुछ कर रहे हैं वो पूरा हो रहा है, पूरे जैसे कि ब्रह्मांड भर में वो सब कुछ हो रहा है, ऐसा वाला महसूस करेंगे। और जब कुछ कर रहे हैं ये वाला, और जब से छोड़ देंगे, जैसे आप शांत बैठ जाए, बस शांत बैठ जाए। आप अगर आंखें बंद कर सकते हैं तो कर लें, प्रकृति को महसूस करें। वो भी नहीं कर सकते तो आंखें खोल लें, प्रकृति को देखें, बस देखें, सोचे नहीं, मजा लें, आनंद लें, देखें बस। आप थोड़ी देर बाद महसूस करेंगे कि आप खो गए। कभी कभी जैसे आप फिल्म देख रहे होते हैं और आपके सामने से कोई गुजर जाता है, पता ही नहीं चलता कि कोई आया और गया, जबकि स्क्रीन और आपके बीच से आके हो जाता है। उस तरीके का एक समा हो जाता है, आप बिल्कुल गायब हो जाते हैं, उस पे विलीन हो जाते हैं, और इसमें परम सुख मिलता है। बस मैं इतना कह सकता हूँ, संजोग से कभी बहुत पहले ऐसा हुआ था कि मैं बैठा और मेरे गुरु कहते, बड़े लोग बोलते कि इसी को समाधि कहते हैं, पर मैं माफी के साथ कह रहा हूँ, ईगो तो सचमुच में बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए, कहीं नहीं होना चाहिए। और उन्होंने कहा कि इसी को समाधि कहते हैं। हुआ ये कि मैं मेडिटेट कर रहा था, मैं तो उस समय थोड़ा छोटा था, तो बस ध्यान लगा के बैठा, एक पॉइंट पे बैठा रहा। मुझे पता नहीं चला, जब मैं 2 घंटे बाद करीब करीब उठा, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा था कि 5-10 मिनट हुए होंगे, मैं उस पॉइंट पे गया था। और लगभग 2-2.5 घंटे बीत चुके थे। उसके बाद जो अंदर में जो आपकी अनुभूति होती है, पता नहीं, लोग कहते हैं कि सब जान जाओ तो बड़ी खुशी होती है। कहते हैं, जैसे देखिए वासुदेव कहते हैं कि उन्होंने जब समाधि लिया तो उन्हें सारे ब्रह्मांड की हर चीज की अनुभूति हो गई। और मुझे लगता है कि जब आप कुछ नहीं होते हैं तो आपके अंदर पता नहीं कौन सी फीलिंग आती है। मैं सचमुच मैं एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पा रहा, मैं कुछ कह नहीं पा रहा, पर वो दुनिया की सारी खुशी से बढ़ के होती है। आपके अंदर एक पीस होता है। एक और वाक्य मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि मैं मेडिटेट कर रहा था, पहली बार मेडिटेट कर रहा था जब हमारे गुरु ने कहा। पहले वाला तो मैं बचपने में कर रहा था, जो भी आपसे शेयर कर रहा था। तो उन्होंने बस मुझसे कहा था कि तुम चुप बैठो। मैं बोलता बहुत हूँ, आप लोगों के सामने शांति से बैठा रहता हूँ कि आप लोग को पता नहीं चले। मैं बहुत बोलता हूँ, बहुत बात करता हूँ। तो उनसे लगभग 40 साल का अनुभव उनका चुरा लेना चाहते थे। हमने बहुत सारी बातें की थी, बाद में वहां पे कुछ ऐसी फीलिंग हुई, पता चला कि उन्हें तो सब मालूम था, दूर से हम लोग सोच रहे थे। उन्होंने आशीर्वाद दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि जा ये कर ले। तो क्या करना था, उन्होंने कहा तू शांति से बैठ जाए 1 घंटे। मैंने कहा हद हो गई, मुझे और कुछ कहा होता तो ठीक होता। खैर, तो फिर भी मैं बैठा। मैंने सोचा इस काम को कर लूं, नहीं तो कहेंगे किया नहीं, ईगो जैसा कि मैं बताऊंगा मैंने तो कर लिया, देखो क्या होता है करके। तो मैं जानबूझ करके 1 घंटे की जगह आंख बंद करके सोचा कि 1.25 घंटे बैठ जाता हूँ। ऐसा नहीं कि आंख पहले खुल जाए फिर वो कहें कि 1 घंटे क्यों नहीं बैठा था। तो बस एक दिन, पहले दिन मैं जब बैठा शांति से, उनको मैंने बताया भी नहीं, उसके बाद बैठा भी नहीं। 7-8 दिन के बाद ऐसा वाकया हुआ, मैं आप सब लोगों से शेयर कर रहा हूँ और बहुत विनम्रता से कर रहा हूँ। आप लोग का आशीर्वाद चाहता हूँ, शायद जिंदगी में सबके हो, मेरे और पहले बहुत अच्छा हो। 7 दिन के बाद मेरे साथ ऐसा वाकया हुआ कि मैंने किसी को भयंकर रूप से धमकी दी। मैंने उसको बोला कि तू घर आ, मुझसे कमजोर है तो मैं उसे अच्छे से धमका सकता था, बढ़िया से पूछ सकता था। मैं बोला तू घर आ, मैं देखता हूँ। और मैं बैठा हूँ अपने रूम में, और अगला आया, मेरे सामने से गुजर गया। मुझे पता नहीं क्या हुआ, फिर मुझे 7-8 दिन बाद पता चला। उस समय मैंने तुरंत रिएक्ट किया कि ये संजीव शाह नहीं हो सकता। मतलब आप उसे, मैं शब्दों में कहने के लिए बता रहा हूँ कि अजीब नामर्द इंसान है। ऐसा कैसे किसने रिएक्ट नहीं किया, ऐसा कैसे किसने ये नहीं किया, ऐसा कैसे किसने वो नहीं किया, क्रोध नहीं किया, ऐसा वाला। पर मुझे बहुत 7-8 दिन के बाद पता चला कि ये सब सिर्फ इसलिए हुआ था क्योंकि मैंने 7 दिन पहले 1 घंटे शांति से बैठा था केवल। गुरु ने कहा था कि तुम कुछ भी करो, लेटो बैठो, जिस आसन बैठो, स्थिर रहना, बस सोना नहीं। योग निद्रा की तरह समझ, बाकी जो करना है करना, मन में बोलते रहना, कोई बात नहीं। पर हुआ ये कि कुछ देर के बाद वो अपने आप गायब, आधे घंटे बाद लगभग मन गायब हो जाता है। मैं खुद ऐसा विचित्र बदल गया, मैं बता नहीं सकता। बस यही अनुभूति ध्यान में होती है, मेडिटेशन में होती है। और मैं तो परमात्मा से आग्रह करूं, सबसे आग्रह करूं, परमात्मा एक्चुअली आप सब में मैं देखता हूँ प्रकृति से, सबको वो अनुभूति हो और कंससली हो, सब लोग वो करें। और सिर्फ कुछ नहीं करना, बस आप शांति से बैठ जाओ, प्रकृति के साथ बैठ जाओ, खुद को सरेंडर करो। आधे घंटे के बाद सब शांत हो जाता है, आंखें बंद करके आप बैठो, शांत हो जाता है। बस शरीर स्थिर रखो, साइकोसोमेटिक है हम, शरीर स्थिर होगा, मन स्थिर होगा, मन स्थिर होगा, आत्मा स्थिर होगी। धन्यवाद सर, बहुत सारा समय लिया, सॉरी, पर मेरे अनुभव थे, मैं विवल हो रहा था इसे बोलने के लिए।
नहीं नहीं संजीव जी,
धन्यवाद आप सब लोग का।
हम आपके बहुत आभारी हैं। आपने बहुत सुंदर, यू नो, संजीव जी हैज शेयर्ड हिज जेन्युइन एक्सपीरियंसेस विथ अस व्हिच आर वेरी वेरी वैल्यूएबल। तो संजीव जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हम आपसे हमेशा सीखते रहते हैं। So Sanjeev ji, he pointed out that meditation is a state, where you reach a point where you get into a complete pause. There is a nothingness inside, and you do not realize how much time has passed. And why to get into that state? Because that state gives you, that kind of a bliss which you cannot get anywhere else. And also, he says that once he meditated for 1 hour, and after 1 week, he realized that in a very stressful situation also, he was very calm and silent, and he also couldn't figure out why he could do that. He could do that because he meditated for 1 hour, 1 week before. So that is the power of meditation that he, wants to share with us. So that's amazing. That's wonderful. Now, let us see in the chat box also, we have received some definitions. Very beautiful comments are there. Saurindra has written, getting absorbed in any specific work or any specific phenomena. As Sanjeev sir also said, great researchers were also great meditators because they are completely merged into that activity. Lalita ji has shared meditation is a state of extreme bliss and nothingness, which helps to revive the mind, body, and spirit. Shubhankar ji says meditation is coming in a continuous flow. And he says anchoring in my breath is meditation for me. So let us see what Patanjali has to talk about it and what Bhagavad Gita says about this phenomena of meditation. One important thing to realize here is that when we are using the word dhyana, we are going strictly by yoga philosophical text. Patanjali says that before you get into the state of dhyana, you have to get into the state of pratyahara. So pratyahara is swa vishaya asamprayoge chitta swarup anukar iva indriyanam. When the sense organs are not engaging in their objects, the sense organs are turned inwards, and as if my senses start merging into my mind. Senses dissolve in mind and mind goes inwards. So all my energies are becoming one and they are turning inwards. This phenomena, that inward turning, is the first step in meditation. If अगर आपकी चेतना बाहर की ओर जा रही है तो आप ध्यान में नहीं हो. Even if you are doing some activity where you may say that I was completely mindful in that activity, if you are drawn into the activity, it is not meditation. You are somewhere, there is an anchor inside you in meditation. You are still turning inwards and doing that activity. So if that inner anchor is lost, you are not meditating. That will drain you, that will exhaust you. So it is not, allowing, meditation is not that you turn your mind, your senses, everything into the object and start enjoying or merging yourself with the sense pleasure. Some people consider that meditation is a cigarette pita hai, you smoke cigarette, then smoke it with your 100%. It means you enjoy the cigarette and completely suck the juice out of the cigarette with your complete energy. People think this is also meditation. No, this is not meditation. The joy, the bliss in meditation is always inner. It is unconditional bliss that comes from within you. It is not the bliss that comes by contact of the sense organ with the object. Vishaya Anand dhyan nahi hai. We have to be very clear about it. Okay. Otherwise, you will get into a loop of addiction to the sense object for that pleasure. Okay. Krishna is very clear about it. He says, Na teshu ramate buddhaha. One who is jnani, one who is knowledgeable, do not indulge in this kind of activity and consider this as meditation. No. First and foremost thing in meditation is you should be able to stop the movement of your sense organs outside and slowly be able to turn them inwards. This is number one. Second, when you are turning them inwards, desha bandhas chittasya dharana. Now here, when the mind, the senses, the energies are going inwards, you may actually, in the beginning can watch your breath to make you, to be able to remove your attention and awareness of the senses from the external world, you can first come to breath. After that, the inner journey of the mind starts. Desha bandha. Desha means space. Bandha means locked. Chitta means mind. Mind is then locked in a space. Now, which space is it? Definitely, it is not external space. It is inner space, the space in the heart. So ये आपके जो अंतर जो आकाश है, बहिर आकाश की बात नहीं है. This is about your inner space. That here you, in that space, in your inner sky, you put an object in a limited space. Now this object, as sir was saying, it can be a mantra, it can be an image. Generally mind functions in word or image. So in that inner space you keep an object or a sound, and again and again you bring your mind towards that and lock your mind into that inner space. That is the preliminary step of meditation. So first is pratyahar, second is dharana. So here what is happening in that inner space then? From the chitta vrittis. Now when you try to turn inwards, you are doing a mantra japa, you will see that initially in initial 10-15 minute, different kind of thoughts will pull you in different directions. These thoughts may be about past, then it becomes a smriti vritti. When it is about the future, it becomes vikalpa vritti. If it is about the things that are happening around you, then it is pramana vritti. Or you doze into sleep, then it is nidra. So all the panchavrittis, pramana, viparya, vikalpa, nidra, and smriti, they all keep coming and they try to pull you out again. Or if you are not going out, they make you go into sleep. It will not allow you to take that inner journey. These are known as chitta vritti. This chitta vritti nirodh is yoga. To be able to watch that this is a vritti and let go and not get entangled in that, and again coming into dharana. That is known as yoga. So from multiple thought about multiple objects, which are chitta vrittis, slowly you first reach the state of ekagrata. In ekagrata, what happens? You develop multiple thoughts, but it is about a single object. What is that object? Say my Ishta Devata. I am meditating on Devi's feet. I am meditating on Rama's feet. I am meditating on Shiva's feet. I am meditating on Radha's feet. So when I am meditating, the object of meditation is the feet of my deity, my guru, and I am also, generating a bhava, a feeling towards it, and I may be using a mantra for that, and I am again and again going towards it. In that, chitta vrittis are coming and pulling me out. Again, I am remembering. I am again putting my feeling there on the feet because I want to surrender there. I want to bring my mind there. So then what happens? Thoughts start coming which are about my deity, about my guru, about his feet. How beautiful are the feet that I am imagining. The feet, may have some kind of, jewelry. The feet may have some flowers around them. So I am seeing those flowers. I am seeing the beauty of the feet and all those kind of, or when I am chanting a mantra, then whatever is the mantra that I am chanting, I may start imagining that the mantra is coming in a written form in front of me. So here what is happening? I am developing multiple thoughts, but they are about my object of concentration. This is known as ekagrata. Then from the ekagrata state, as ekagrata continues for a longer time, by bringing the single vritti of my deity or my object of concentration again and again, you can do this because you have to enhance your ekagrata not only during the time of meditation, rest of the day also. You always keep on doing satsang about your deity. You contemplate on your deity, the nature of the deity, read scriptures about the deity. You do mantra japa throughout the day and discussing the phenomena with the like-minded people, or discussing the gunas, discussing the praise of the God, or the praise of the phenomena of meditation with the like-minded people. That also is outside that meditative phase also enhances your ekagrata when you are going to meditate the next time. So therefore, preparation for going into meditation goes on throughout the day, because in the rest of the day also you keep on bringing your chitta vritti again and again to the object of concentration. So in that way, even the scientists, when they are not able to solve an equation, first they have multiple thought about multiple things, but their only thought then remains, okay, so what is this question that I want to answer? Throughout the day, they keep on thinking about only about that one question. From multiple thought, they come to a single thought. From single thought, they get into a state of intense ekagrata where only thing, even when they are eating food, even when they are talking to people, the only thing that is going on within them is about the equation that they want to solve. In the same way, for a bhakta, his deity starts coming into all the activities that he does. So he's getting deeper and deeper into ekagrata. And then such person, by continued practice of ekagrata as a lifestyle, one starts developing an emotional connect with the object of concentration. Krishna also tells that bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva. To get into meditation, you need that emotional connect. It is not dry. Even if you do not have a deity, even if you do not have a God, then the emotional connect develops with the Atman, with the self, or with the guru, or with the science, or with the equation that you are going to answer, or with nature, or anything. But there is an emotional connect that happens only when you have only that object in your mind rest of the day, or in your life you put that object as the priority. If there is no one above that particular object, no phenomena above that object, then that emotional connect becomes deeper and deeper and deeper. And this emotional connect leads to, on one fine day, this internalizing phenomena happens, where your chitta vrittis, which always had the habit of taking you out, are slowly subdued. The multiple chitta vrittis are dominated by the single vritti of your object of concentration, and that single vritti overpowers all the distracting vrittis and turns you inwards. And then there is a state of stillness. In that one pointed stillness, your breath may come to a stoppage or may become very, very slow, as Sanjeev ji was sharing. So one start reaching the state of dharana. Single thought about single object, mind becomes very slow, breath becomes slow and becomes superficial. It is difficult to make out whether the person is inhaling or exhaling. He is into that state. Like if there are Devi's feet, my energy is only on Devi's feet. There is nothing else. And my breath stops. So this pause is when there is Desha Bandha. Now your chitta has got locked. So it requires a lot of, understanding of what goes on within my mind and bringing the mind again and again there. And then when one tastes this dharana, this locking up, stoppage, then one starts getting the fragrance of inner bliss. So with further slowing down, a moment comes when the mind starts flowing to the object of concentration. Initially, it pauses, locks, and after that, when you continue practicing, the mind, like you pour oil from one jar into another, without a break, the oil can pour. The same way, the mind starts pouring itself, the consciousness starts getting into a state of flow to the object of concentration. In those moments, the breath becomes very, very superficial, almost comes to a pause. There is a fragrance of inner bliss that starts flowing, and this is the state of dhyana. This is according to Patanjali. Therefore, dhyana requires a life which is life on the path of yamas and niyamas, satya, ahimsa, brahmacharya. Anybody who overindulges in the sense pleasure, loses the interest in dhyana. His mind becomes very superficial. It is very difficult for such a person to gather the mind and turn it inwards. Even ekagrata will not be possible for such a person. So excessive indulgence in sense pleasures reduces your motivation your enthusiasm to meditate. It will, once you do such kind of activity for weeks together, you don't get that energy, that bhava to meditate, that emotional connect is lost. No, because it is exactly opposite. No, the journey is exactly opposite. How can you expect that you will get into that inner tune when your whole life is where you are following your senses and indulging your atman, your mind, everything, making them a slave of your senses. So this kind of understanding of meditation is very harmful. We should be very careful about it. So Patanjali says, Tatra pratyaya ekatanata dhyanam. Continuous flow of consciousness towards the inner reflection of the object of concentration. Tatra pratyaya ekatanata. Without a break, there is a flow towards the pratyaya. That is known as meditation. So you don't meditate. Meditation happens to you. This is very important to understand. If I am sitting closer to a window, it doesn't mean that air will blow, but I have to keep my window open. So if the window is open, I don't know when air or breeze will flow, but breeze has a higher chances of flowing if the window is open. If window is closed, even if the most beautiful breeze is blowing outside, it won't touch you. So in the same way, the practice of pratyahara, turning the sense organs inwards, and the practice of dharana, again and again, becoming aware of your chitta vrittis, becoming aware that the mind goes into past, future, gets distracted with the sensations outside in the present, again and again, bringing the mind back to the object of concentration. That practice is required. Closing of the sense organs is required. Avoiding excessive indulgence in the sense pleasures is required. When you prepare this conducive atmosphere, keep your windows open, then one day, someday, dhyana can happen to you. So all of us can only prepare for dhyana. We cannot do dhyana. So this is the definition. And then Patanjali says that further, as one continues into the state of dhyana, then the state can come tadeva artha matra nirbhasam, only my ishta devata. I am into bhava samadhi. People, those who are in Vrindavan, they meditate, they say that I went into nikunj, from मतलब आंखों के बीच से वो meditation करके they get into that bhava where they are able to see, their deity in person. Now that phenomena happens when you get into a state of bhava samadhi. So nikunj means a hole from where you are able to see the other transcendental world. That happens when one starts getting into a state of deep meditation, becoming one with their deity or ishtadevata. There can be saguna sakshatkara. There can be a sakshatkara where you can literally, as you see the human being with your eyes, you can see your deity in that form. The deity can talk to you, and you can see various leelas also that are happening. That all phenomena happen when one starts getting into bhava samadhi, where you dissolve and you become one with the object of concentration. So these three phenomena, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, happening together is known as samyama. Now, samyama is a very, very powerful tool in yoga philosophy. Yogis actually learn this technique where wherever they, like a torch in dark, wherever you throw the torch, it tells you what is there. In the same way, samyama becomes the light of the mind of the yogi. Wherever he puts his mind in that state, he gets deep insight about the object of concentration, which usually no book will tell, which usually is not revealed in Google or anywhere else. He gets such kind of insight about anything that he puts his concentration on because of the phenomena of samyama. Samyama is an inner light of knowledge. So Patanjali says that when the chitta's state changes, currently our default state is chitta goes out. Senses are the boss. But when the boss becomes, when the habit changes and the chitta develops a natural habit of always turning inward by default, then what happens is the multifaceted modification of sanskaras becomes subdued. Within our subconscious also, there are a lot of samskaras which are about the past. Later they start coming up. You don't even know why such old memories are now coming back to me. It is because now you are turning inwards, you are seeing older and older things coming up, but you should not hold on to them. You should keep turning inwards, and keep developing that ekagrata by doing satsang, by doing swadhyaya, by doing japa, and then find out a separate time where you go inwards and meditate on the object of. So slowly, these meditative vritti dominates. The dharana vritti dominates over all other vrittis, and your chitta cleanses. This is actually a phenomena through which you can get rid of your trauma. You can get rid of, the scar that are there in the depth of your psyche. In fact, some of the drugs like psychedelics and all people are trying, they also for a moment touch this state, but it is always better to do it with complete control, because then there is a risk of losing control and get into psychosis or other kind of a problem. So that is risky. So the impression produced from this samadhi obstructs all other impressions, and that is how a person gets into the flow or meditation. So by this, Patanjali explains, threefold transformations. The first happens at the bhuta level, means at the level of the body. So initially with this continued meditation, there is bhuta shuddhi. Bhuta shuddhi means my sense organs, my body starts becoming purer. When the senses become purified, like when you do bhastrika also, the senses gets purified. Then the senses lose the power of pulling you out. When the Pancha Mahabhutas in your body gets purified, you start liking only sattvic food. You do not like rajasic or tamasic food. You will see when you meditate very deeply, you come out and you see the food that you want to eat. You will not be able to eat anything spicy, anything, tamasic. You will only want very, very sattvic kind of food. So this is the phenomena of Bhuta Shuddhi. After Bhuta Shuddhi, there is Chitta Shuddhi. After Chitta Shuddhi, there is Bhava Shuddhi. So when Bhava Shuddhi happens, then one becomes eligible to get into a state of Samadhi. So from the purification of the body to the purification of the mind, and then the purification of emotions. This is how one grows in meditation according to Patanjali. I hope you people got some insight, and I thank everybody once again for sharing their wonderful knowledge with us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste.
So nicely explained about the dhyana or meditation, sir, with all examples. So really it is very helpful. And one doubt I got, sir, Patanjali has stopped up the eighth, that is samadhi. But in your when morning, you are telling that in the third, fourth chapter, that is another, so up to samadhi, we have got the sensory perception is there. Beyond the sensory perception, you told me samyama. Is it a ninth one, sir?
Yeah, means after that, samyama, person gets into the path of siddhi. If one doesn't get distracted by that, then there are 8 more steps. Another Ashtanga Yoga that takes you to Kaivalya. So samadhi is the first step in that. That is the 4th chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doctor, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, please, Annie. Yes.
I just want to know, like, Doctor, when we are saying that we are going inwards, when there's past incidents which come, and not to stay there, but to let it go. But sometimes that's very difficult. So when I'm not able to let go of this past incidents, what can I do?
Yes.
I understand you could do japa and all that, but if the past incidents has got a stronghold or it's kind of traumatic, I find that's becoming a kind of obstacle for me to go inwards.
Yes, many people have this kind of a problem, and what I would advise is, I would like to put up this question for the next week: how to get rid of the past? especially the past traumatic experiences when you are meditating or when you want to turn inwards. So all the experts who are there, please think about it and let us discuss this on next Tuesday.
Sir, I have
So
one
90% will be the fast only will be getting, sir. For that, whatever the fast it comes when you are meditating,
We can
you
discuss
accept
it
it.
next week, Gandhi sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes.
And we discuss it next week. Only on this topic today that what we have discussed. What is bhava? Saurindra has asked, what is bhava? Bhava is deep bhakti. Bhava is deep bhakti where you not thinking, it is a feeling. It is a feeling within you that you cannot live without your object of dhyana, that you cannot live without your Ishta Devata, that you really are in love, with the object of concentration. That love only brings you into a state of meditation or samadhi. It is even, a scientist is in love, with science. So that is bhava.
Sir, I have one thing.
Yes.
Raghunath here.
Yes, yes.
Sir, is meditation objective concentration and whether dhyana becomes a subjective concentration?
No, sir. No.
No.
No. Meditation is just another word for dhyana.
Okay, sir.
And dhyana is always subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we are talking about objective, that is simple concentration. It has nothing to do with dhyana or meditation.
Sir, thank you.
As I told you, you have to turn inwards. Otherwise, there is no meditation.
Right,
I really feel very sad, when people think that, oh, completely enjoying sense pleasure is meditation. My God, this is really very, very sad. Yeah.
Sir, good morning.
Yeah.
A very quick question, sir.
Yeah.
So, when we go to sleep, and when I go to sleep, so sometimes unwanted things, maybe are coming from my subconscious mind. जैसे भी like मैं जैसे जग रही हूँ डे टाइम में या जैसे तो I can somehow little bit control my mind that I don't want to think about it, but when I sleep, so जैसे मैंने बोला कि unwanted things or negative things like maybe it could be past things are coming in my dreams, or in my I can feel those that I'm not feeling good, and something is torturing me like that in sleep. I have that kind of feeling, sir. So how to deal with it? Just need your help.
These are deeper vasanas and deeper samskaras which are there in your subconscious mind, which come onto the surface because the sleep, in sleep you go inwards. So there is a phenomena known by modern psychology also, that hypnagogic and hypnopompic, those dreams come when either you are about to get into sleep or when you have just woken up. So it is because the subconscious is stirred during that particular time, going inward and outward. That is happening. So what you require is chitta shuddhi. As your chitta gets more and more purified, you will see that these intensity of these phenomena also goes down. And what are the ways to purify that chitta? How to come out of these vasanas, samskaras which are there in the subconscious, the past that keep coming onto the surface? We will take this in detail in the next week, Tuesday class.
Yes, sir, sure. Thank you so much. And today's session, it is wonderful. Like got so much things.
Thank you very much, sir. Very
Namaste,
nice
sir.
session. Thank you.
मैं थोड़ा कुछ कहना चाहूंगा.
Namaste, sir. I just had one question, sir. Chakras and meditation. How do we correlate it? How can we use it? What is the effect? Anything? Can you throw some light on that, sir?
Yeah, Lalita ji, basically, you will see that in meditation, your energies actually rise up. In sense pleasure, the energies goes down. So the whole journey is to, not to allow energy to be wasted, because overflowing energy only becomes dharana, then it overflows and gets into a flow into dhyana, and that energy itself, becomes samadhi. So energy is the key. Energy is the key. If this energy is drained, you drain lot of energy in sense organ indulgences, and the more intensely, with more and more, the more with more craving that you are involved, or the more you can say, the more indulgent you are, with more emotional energy that you are involved in that sense pleasure, the more you drain yourself. And if you drain yourself, you always drain through lower chakras. And after draining yourself, you cannot concentrate, you become irritable, you become depressed. Not only in meditation, you don't feel interested in doing your day-to-day activities also. Forget about going into the higher state of meditation. So therefore, the whole phenomena that naturally happens through the path of yoga is that your lower chakras become underactive and the higher chakras become, the energy starts moving to the higher chakras. This is the phenomena that happens.
Oh, thank you, sir. Very, very thanks. Today's session was too good, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the nice session, sir. Sir, in next sessions, can you clarify these things? We can do the meditation, keeping our eyes also open. How can we go into this dhyana? And we have this subtle and causal bodies. And there is a still stages beyond that. There is Turiya Avastha and sleep. In further sessions, can you, focus on these
As
things?
clearly told here, in meditation, before meditation, pratyahara has to happen. So
yes,
I
sir.
have to close. So meditation with eyes open, according to Patanjali.
Yeah. According to Patanjali, we have to follow this Ashtanga yoga. But people say that we can do meditation keeping eyes open.
Like that in YouTube, there is a world of information.
That is not right.
How
No,
I
sir.
trust information is the knowledge that has stayed for thousands of years. One that is directly coming from the sages whom we have faith on. We follow that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
People
sir.
will say 10 things, they are wrong for me. Those who are going against Patanjali, against Bhagavad Gita, they are wrong. So I don't discuss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, sir. Thank you, sir. Got it.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.